Hi everybody, I'm Jeff with Virginia Paranormal Investigations, and tonight we're on our way up to Louisa County, Virginia, where there have been some reports of unexplained lights in the sky. So we're going to go and meet up with Scott and head out there to the location to check it out. Now, I think we have a nice, clear night for this investigation, or at least we did when we looked at the weather forecast to schedule it. So we'll see, get out there and see what we can see.
Hey Jeff, how's it going? All right. So, how's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good.
So we got quite a case up here today.
Yeah?
All right. There have been some unexplained lights in the sky over Louisa County, and we got a call from a customer who wants us to come up and take a look because they've seen this light several times outside of their house. Sometimes it comes there for a half hour, sometimes it's there for a couple hours. They said it's different colors, and they've tried to rule it out because there's like a mountain behind them, kind of a small mountain. They tried to rule it out and look at what's on that mountain and everything, but they can't explain it.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to go down there tonight, and I think we're in for an investigation that's perhaps out of this world.
Sweet. Looking forward to it.
All right, Scott, so what are we looking at here?
Okay, so if you can see this little dot right there, that's a footage of kind of a zoomed out picture there. And then as it gets closer, wow, you can see a sort of an inner orb inside of it.
That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
And that's when it's still fairly light out, too.
Yeah, sunlight's still out. And I don't see any like figures inside of it other than just a circle from that one.
So what are we looking at here, Linda?
So you can see this little bit of light that's floating around here, and her breath that comes through every so often because it was quite cold out that night. And of course the movement of it is caused by her hand moving as opposed to the object itself moving. But you can see that it becomes this really bright pinpoint of light at some points, and then at other points it kind of, see, there we go, it's more of a pinpoint of light, and then it kind of, you know, morphs back into this little bit of a, almost like an orb.
All right, so what are we looking at here?
Okay, so we have two other pictures we want to look at. The other ones looked like a single orb. This actually looks separated, and so I'll show you. This is actually
you can have all you want.
a backwards.
I mean, I'll drink the place and I'll go flat.
You can see clearly there's four distinct separated entities. If I can find it.
have to use it later.
Well, I zoomed
I mean,
in.
it's great at night.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Penny has her own.
And as you zoom in, it almost looks like
bathroom. I
a
just get up
strange
and across the
shape,
hall.
and I don't know if that's from the
room.
pixelated, but it looks like a microphone or something.
Actually, I'm
It
on
does,
the
doesn't
to
it?
the
Yeah.
toilet.
That's
first.
interesting. Yeah, it's exactly what you're talking about.
But I'm wondering if it's beings. This one you
Do
could
you
kind
recall
of make out an
last week,
arm and a
honestly,
head,
seeing
maybe.
stars?
Right.
But
One night.
but it's
See, 'cause I don't recall
it's
seeing
strange
stars.
because on the next one
Yeah, I think I
they get closer.
They were very faint.
Yeah, what if Sammy's in love?
Right.
Well, actually
Yeah.
these are backwards, so that I think they were separating,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From
so
the-
they're coming. Yeah.
and so that's interesting. Next one,
Animals love her. All animals love her.
this one they're getting
Go get her.
more together. You can
More
see
together. Yeah.
a little bit of light there, and it's really
He's a burrito
interesting.
now. He's
That's
And,
interesting. What do
Don't
you
weigh
make of
2.5
that?
pounds. The vet just got him a hair under 10.
I'm thinking if it is
I couldn't believe he only weighed 2.5.
I'm thinking it could be
He didn't look like
celestial
it.
beings.
That's about 4 years
Maybe
ago.
when they transport down here, they
Do what?
separate, or they fly together. Perhaps, I don't know. But
Yeah, I did
if
all
they are
that stuff
celestial
last
beings,
week,
I don't know what they were doing, just floating around. But
Yeah, we've made a lot of videos.
if it's not celestial beings, it could
Kentucky.
be terrestrial, out of
There's a team.
alien type
They're
beings.
sleeping in a prison or something tonight.
Tennessee Wraith Chasers.
And who knows what they're doing, but I'm kind of curious to
Are
go
those
find
I
out.
hate to say this, are those
guessing where specifically this was happening.
There's gone.
But it's hard to tell with the depth of these pictures.
Jeff, I said, I've watched the
So I kind of want to go out there and
Yeah,
look around.
Let's go out there and
But
take
I
a
don't know
look in
what
the
the world
backyard
they're
and see
hearing
what
or
we can
whatever,
find
because
out.
I never hear or see any.
We have the right here on the back balcony, and we have the compass set up here, and this should be pointing in the direction that the object was seen on Sunday night. So, what are you seeing over there, Scott? Anything?
I see. I thought I saw a light on this tree, or behind this tree here, but I think it might just be light shining off of the tree itself.
Yeah, I noticed when I looked through there, you can see the water kind of glistening on the trees.
Yeah, that might be a factor that we're gonna have trouble with.
So
Unless it's
yeah, we definitely
open,
gotta.
in the open out in the sky.
Right. So we definitely got to keep that in mind with the trees.
And when we see a car driving by, at least we'll have some kind of bearing of where the road is, so we can deal with any factors of reflections going on there. Okay, so right in this tree line further back there, you can clearly see a light that is from a house, and it's about orange.
So that kind of tells us where the horizon is. You know, we know that the light that was seen was well above, and you can see that light out here in the video. We know that the light that was seen was well above that.
Yeah.
More so up near the top of this tree, right here. If I was looking at the picture right.
That's correct. So at least we know that there's houses over there, and that's not the light we're looking for. Can use that as a reference point. But we're gonna wait till. Sometimes I like to recreate the situation. Looks like a lot of the sightings were around before this time. Excuse me, but there's another sighting that happened around 11:30ish, and so we want to try to look really closely around that time and see if we can catch it through the clouds. And the good thing is that there is a moon out. We can see the moon from the other side behind where we're looking, so we know at least the moon's coming through the
At least
the
it's clearing
clouds.
up a little bit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was raining a little
Yeah.
bit earlier. All right, so we're going to try something. We have this signal here that was picked up in Ohio in 1977, and it's believed to be of an extraterrestrial nature. So I heard this report where someone had used walkie-talkies similar to this, and they transmitted this signal through the walkie-talkies and actually had some activity. So we're going to play this signal for a few seconds and see if anything happens. Your phone turned off? The battery wasn't low? Oh, that's interesting.
Just died, huh? That's interesting.
So we're not sure if you can see it. You probably can't see it on the video, but just to give us an idea of the clarity, we can see a plane way off in the distance. So we do have a good field of view from this vantage point. You can't see it going right now. Like I said, on the video it's kind of dark, but it's way out there. So you can definitely see pretty far. All right, so we got a car out there so we can get an idea of where the road is. So we know anything that low is, you know, and we can hear the car.
Yeah, I'm the one. I watch Netflix.
So we
most
can
of the
definitely
time.
tell
we have
that-
DirecTV, but I watch Netflix.
Linda.
DirecTV sucks.
We can definitely tell
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can see, you know,
need
in
one
the
coming
sky.
this way,
Anyways,
I
I
think
don't know
you
if you
can
can
see
see in the video,
Call down the
but you
road,
can
know
see
somebody
where
comes
the
this way.
sky stops and where the top of the hill starts, because the
wouldn't take a
hill
ride?
is, of course, a little bit darker than the rest of the sky.
Right.
So we can definitely tell where the horizon is, and like Jeff had said earlier, this is something that is well above the horizon. It's well above the top of this hill, so it's not something that's on the mountain, or even at the peak on the top of the mountain. So we have to try to figure out what exactly is out there that could be a steady light.
Yeah. I'm going to kick this into night vision mode here. Okay, and here with the video amplified, you can kind of see the separation between the horizon and the sky back there, with the light amplified. And you can also better see the house that's back there, and you can see that that's in no way in any relation to where the light in the sky was. It's definitely much lower, and the road was down in front of that, I believe, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Also, there's another factor, but since it's winter time, it might not be as prevalent. But at summertime at night, you hear insects and wildlife, and then a lot of people claim that when something like this happens, it'll all go quiet as if a predator's nearby.
Right.
And but since it's winter, I don't think there's anything out anyways, so it is pretty quiet.
Now we always have to check the star app to make sure that it looks like it's pointing in the correct direction. And as you can see, it gives us a little west indicator right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe we're probably good. It also gives you the horizon, which is a really nice feature to have. And I believe this one is called Starlight. And it will show what planets and what stars and what constellations are out there. As you can see there's Pisces. But one interesting thing is that right above the horizon right now is Mars. It shows up as a red planet, of course. But that's one of those things that we cannot see, probably because of the cloud cover right now, and perhaps because of the tops of the trees obscuring the actual horizon line. There's also a star out there, fairly bright one, called Dipta, or Dipta, but that's not quite as bright as a planet would appear. We also have Venus and Neptune that tonight are falling right below the horizon on there. But those stars, a couple of days ago, may have been a little bit higher in the sky. Now, some of the photos that they may have captured may have been some of these planets. Other ones were definitely not the planets, because it just did not look like a solid orb of light like a planet or a really bright star would appear to be. So I'm not quite sure what to make of some of those photos that they've got, but definitely a very helpful app to have.
I thought it was a web or something.
So right now I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at the map that I have on here, and looking at it in satellite view. And what I'm looking for is, I'm looking in the direction that the compass is indicating that she sees these lights, to see if there might be something of any significance out in that area. Perhaps an airport, some sort of military installation, a nuclear generator of some sort. I don't know. But so far, from what I can see, there doesn't appear to be anything but farmland and residential neighborhoods, houses, neighborhoods, things of that nature. So I'm not seeing anything so far that would, I think, maybe interest the aliens.
We heard some sounds out there. I don't know. It didn't sound like English, so I'm trying to mimic it. See if could be like a Bigfoot or something out there. I don't know. Just think I would summon something.
I keep getting all the readings I've gotten in here are southwest.
What we got here is the compass
Is it
has
me?
now spun around, and it's still facing the same way, which was just slightly southwest. And now it says that direction is slightly northeast. Am I right in reading this?
Yeah.
I think I am, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
I don't know. Magnetic. I mean, are any of you guys like got metal near you or metal near it?
I don't know.
Well, not
So
pointing the right
what's
direction.
going on here now?
I have no metal
I
on.
picked up the edge of the top rail of this porch is a little bit crooked, so when it sits down like that, it might be getting stuck. But you know, I picked it up to make sure that the thing was actually floating the way it's supposed to. Unfortunately, it's still not showing.
There it goes.
See,
It's
it's spinning
moving
around, and it's not showing the correct direction. It's actually pointing. It's saying I'm north, which is really odd.
Yeah, that's not normal.
But-
and there's nothing. You see anything like magnetic under there?
No, there would be nothing magnetic around
You
here.
get the flashlight next to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, here,
Now
right.
it's showing that you're north. That's
That should be right. If you turn the line right to the top of the railing,
yeah.
it should be just slightly southwest.
There is a nail here. I don't know.
Right. But a nail shouldn't do it. I mean, there's no reason for a nail to be magnetized or a screw.
Put it near the nail, see if it moves.
Still be slightly off.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, it's following the nail?
Is it?
Yeah.
It sure
The
is.
nail's doing something.
So there you have it. The
There's
nail's
something
thrown off
about
the
that
chronometer.
screw that's
For
magnetized.
the compass.
What about your ring? Is that metal?
That's
that
really
magnetized?
odd. I've never seen that happen.
That is weird. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a ride down this road that we noticed into the direction of where these lights are seen, and we want to explore a little bit. I mean, it's dark, so it's kind of hard to get an idea, but I'm just curious enough to go for a little drive and see what's down there. See if we can notice anything in particular, like a graveyard or anything that these lights could be interested in.
All right, so let's do it.
Let's do.
Yeah, so we got some dirt on the windshield here, driving down this road. And it's kind of a creepy road, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty creepy. Driving around at night in the middle of the woods, not knowing much of where you are. But yeah, it has a little bit of a creep to it. And we have the house off to the right here, so we're kind of in the direction. Looks like we're going in the direction that they would see the lights. So we're gonna keep driving a little bit, see what we got.
Primarily so far, just a residential area.
Yeah. Got an open field here. I did hear her say that we're kind of going up a hill, but it's such a slight incline that you can't really tell it's going up.
Right.
And so we might be going up right now, and we might be on top. I don't even know, because it is kind of a slight. Well, it looks like we're almost going down now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, because they got pines planted on the other side, so yeah, it obscures a lot.
No, I probably won't see you until you get a little closer down this road, a little closer to the house.
So it was actually a great opportunity to go out and investigate a UFO sighting. That's not something we get to do very often. Unfortunately, we did not see any lights in the sky until we were about 30 minutes from leaving. And then it was just a couple of stars here and there, and an occasional shooting star, but nothing that like what these people had described seeing, and nothing like what they had taken photographs of. They had some very compelling photographs, so it was obvious that they were seeing something that was out of this world, but we just didn't see it on this particular night.
So my first thought when I heard this report of this bright light that was coming out in the sky was perhaps it was Venus. However, the times that she was seeing it didn't really correlate with when Venus was present, when Venus was visible. Also, some of the other characteristics of the object that she was seeing didn't really match up with being any kind of planet or star. For one, it was moving. It was moving at a rate a lot faster than the planet would move. Some of the pictures that she showed us, there were pictures where it appeared to be 4 different objects kind of close together. And then in each picture it was coming closer and closer together. So it definitely, from what we're being told, does not sound anything like a planet or a star. And when we were there, as Linda said, we didn't see anything. But of course, that doesn't mean it's not there. You know, they've showed us pictures. Also, in Louisa County, there have been several other reports of unexplained lights and unexplained objects in the sky. So there's definitely something unusual out here.
I agree. I did see a blue shooting star. That was kind of exciting. But other than that, it was it seemed pretty quiet. And I think they are on. I was very convinced by the video footage or the pictures they had. That looked pretty irrefutable, and I don't think they're exactly the tech savvy type that would try to manufacture that. So I am convinced enough to come back and give it another try.